Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel.
My name's Sam.
My name's Ryan.
And YouTube.
YouTube, thanks for watching.
What's up? Okay, so we are we're champions of the unalienable rights of human beings. Our community is full of all shapes and sizes, all colors of the rainbow. We talk about equality, theater, Harry Styles, mental health, the 4 pillars of a functioning culture. Today we are back with more mental health content. A long time ago we did a video called Anxiety versus Depression, where Sam talked candidly and vulnerably about her anxiety and my depression, and we just sort of like talked about those things together, and we're like, this is how it affects me, and everyone's like, wow, like, you make such a difference in our lives, thanks for saying these things. There's no more important dialogue than the ones you facilitate on the internet. BetterHelp like sponsored some of our videos because they were like, wow, you guys are gonna like change everything for everyone. So obviously that led to a fan base that is incredibly empathetic towards the fact that Samantha has anxiety and I have depression, and a fan base that is incredibly understanding about the fact that maybe our energies might change based on those mental health conditions. I'm kidding, of course. Every so often we get comments like these. I love how Sam practically leads the video and channel with her big bubbly personality, while Ryan has this I don't give a but I kind of do face the whole time. I love how at 4:33 Ryan looks so uninterested. I wish Ryan didn't get bored of things so easy. Yeah, I read those comments and they really, really hurt me. So thank you so much to everyone who says stuff like that in our videos. I'm being facetious. It doesn't actually hurt me that bad. I'm much tougher than that. But it did spark a conversation between Sam and I about the energy that I come to some of these videos with, because Sam and I believe in showing up as you are instead of showing up as what you think you have to be. And so my depression comes and goes. It's kind of cyclical. It doesn't really happen for any given reason. I just am depressed when I am, and I'm not depressed when I'm not. I don't take medication. I'm not saying you shouldn't if you have depression. I just don't. And so, you know, I just very naturally and organically ride those waves. So Sam and I were talking about all this and just kind of the energy that I bring to the videos when I'm feeling depressed, the energy that I bring to the videos when I'm not depressed, the fact that sometimes I can fight through that depression, the fact that sometimes I can't. So in light of all of that, we are playing a new game on the Sam and Ryan channel today called Can You Guess If Your Boyfriend's Depressed? Yeah. I have clips from 6 of our videos, some of them being the most successful videos we've ever... This is such a good idea. This is such a good idea. I have clips from 6 of our videos here on YouTube, some of them being the most successful videos we've ever released. We are going to watch them in no particular order, and you are going to guess if in that video I am depressed or not. Play along at home. Yeah. Because obviously you haven't pulled any punches in the comments before, so why start now? The first video is us reacting to Riverdale. Okay. Here's the clip.
I finally know why this hurts me so much.
Why?
Because it doesn't do Heather's justice at all. And since Riverdale is infinitely more popular than Heather's is, this is the first time so many people got exposed to Heather's, but it isn't Heather's. It's Frankenstein's monster of Heather's. And I, as a huge fan and original cast member of Heather's, is watching this being like, Heather's sucks.
Samantha, can you guess if your boyfriend's depressed?
It's interesting because based off of that clip, I don't know that I would say that I, just as a viewer, think you were depressed there. However, I do remember filming that video. You did not want to film it. I remember having conversations about kind of the mixed bag of emotions that Heather's tends to bring up, especially when Heather's maybe isn't honored. And I think you were depressed filming this video. I think, Ryan, my answer is going to be depressed.
Starting off strong. Just kidding, you're wrong.
Really?
I was not depressed there. You are absolutely identifying a lot of circumstantial things. Heather's is a great honor of my life. I love it so much, but it's also very hard for me to talk about sometimes. I was very tentative to film that video, but at that time, I was not depressed.
Dang it. I'm ready for the next one though. You know, I think I should just trust my gut instincts because I was trying to contextualize it. And guess what? Sometimes depression just happens, Sam. Sometimes it's not because you're thinking about a past job experience. Sometimes you're just depressed or you're not.
Wow. Illuminating. I mean, I will say, like, for a lot of times, people's depression is activated, let's say, by certain situations or certain circumstances. Yeah. Mine never is. Mine never has to do with events. I just, like, literally, I could be having a great day, I could be having a terrible day, whatever, and, like, I'll just wake up and it's like, oh, I'm depressed. It just happens like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to share with you already my sort of, like, secret hope for this video, which is that you get like all or most of these wrong, because I want to prove that you can be in the comments being like, wow, they're low energy. Well, not they, me. He's low energy. He's bored. He doesn't want to be doing this. But the fact of the matter is you have no idea what really is going on in someone's head.
Absolutely.
Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm depressed. Maybe I'm thinking about something else. Maybe I'm worried about how a video is perceived. Maybe the content is triggering or hard for me, but I'm pushing through it anyway. Or maybe the video idea just sucks and I don't want to be making it, but we have to because our community thirsts for content and we're like a well in a desert. Here to provide.
Ryan, I think I'm ready for the next one.
What a nice way to tell me to stop talking.
Yep.
This happens in my career so often. Everyone's always like, "Oh, you were in Rocky Horror Live, right?" Wasn't live.
Not live.
Oh, you were in Heather's the Musical on Broadway. Wasn't on Broadway.
Was not on Broadway. Can you give a quick explanation for people who don't understand the difference between off-Broadway and Broadway?
Yeah, so it's literally
How young we are.
theater in New York. And the distinction is seat
It's like
count.
a year and a half
So
ago.
literally the distinction between on Broadway and off Broadway
Such
by
low quality.
belief is 499 or less seats is
You know
an
what? I think I've
off-Broadway
seen
house.
enough.
All right, yeah, I wax philosophic about the difference between off-Broadway and Broadway. Who cares?
I'm going to guess that you were depressed there. Oh no. If here's the thing is like I feel like if I give my logic for why I think you were depressed there, it's just gonna come off as a like backhanded insult. But to me, it was either kind of masky or you were like, okay, we just messed up a line or something, so I'm gonna do this like laugh as like a transition into the next clean cut.
Yeah, honestly, I know that it maybe feels like you're in a bad position here, but it's kind of a win-win because either you're wrong and it looks like there's myopia around this topic that we're trying to address, which is true and we are, or you're right and it looks like you know me really well.
I know you so well.
In this case, you're right.
You were depressed.
I was depressed in that video.
Yeah! Woohoo! Ryan depressed. Sam won.
Woof. Can't wait to clip that and put it out of context. This is from our very famous We Broke Up video.
Ooh, clickbait.
You don't deserve to know everything going on in my personal life because you followed me on Instagram. So
You don't deserve to know everything in my personal life if you're my friend.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't deserve information about me. I give it to you willingly if that's a choice I make.
Exactly.
And that's the case whether I'm famous or I'm not famous, whether it's on Instagram or in person, whether I'm going through a breakup or whether I'm going through anything else. You are not entitled
There it
to
is,
any
yeah.
information about my life. I give it
Exactly.
to you if I want to.
Yeah.
Dad.
Could we just have a moment for the pink hair? May she rest in peace.
The pink hair was a moment.
It was
like,
indeed.
The advice I was giving was a moment.
Was a moment.
Like,
No, absolutely.
Truly, that
Great
was a
advice.
good word. Yes.
Were you depressed? Was I getting depresso espresso?
What in the world?
I don't know. I'm trying to make depression sound fun, okay?
What? That's not the point of this video. That's not what we're trying to do.
I'm trying to like, you know, bring
Normalizing something and trying to have a
normalize-
good conversation about it doesn't mean like, it's fun, kids. Give it a try.
Depresso espresso. No. I will say I don't think I got depressed vibes there. I think you were being very passionate about the point you were making. In general, in my memory, I felt like we were pretty eager to film this video because we felt like we had a slam dunk because technically we had broken up in the past. We had a lot of good advice about talking about that, and we were like eager to do it. I'm going to say not depressed.
Yeah, once again, you fall victim to contextualizing something for which there is no context.
Wait, no.
I was depressed.
You told me you were depressed this day.
Yeah. I woke
You
up
literally
so
Yes.
depressed that day.
Yes, I
Yeah.
remember this now.
Because
Just
I was
2
super
seconds
bummed
too late.
because of everything that you just said. We shot that at your office at the studio. We were super excited to go up there. We had all of these great ideas. This idea was a banger. We knew it was going to do well. We had all of our talking points down. We were really excited to share these points. And I woke up and it just like it. I remember like anytime I'm depressed, if you're depressed, you probably know this feeling, like just that feeling of like the crushing weight on you when you just like can't get out of bed. You can't do everything. Everything just feels like it's so hard. That was so intense for me that day. And it was also really early in the morning. I don't know if you remember that, but we had to go to the studio really early in the morning because we had to shoot all that. And then we had something going on like in the late afternoon, early evening. One of the ways that I try to combat my depression is just stay in bed as long as I can. And I couldn't. So I had to like fight it and trudge through it all the way through.
I do remember that, but I didn't remember it when it counted.
So, yeah, 1 out of 3. Not great.
Or I'm just proving the point that you cannot judge a book by its cover.
Great for the video, not great for our relation.
What?
Let's keep...
Those are the stakes.
No. I'm not going to hold this over your head at all.
The audience might.
This is a very successful video that we shot recently, guessing the Heather song in 1 second. Do we even have a contest right now?
7-5.
Okay. I am damaged.
Oh, very good. That's the like "You're Dying" song, right?
Oh my god, I nailed it. Yes.
You didn't believe in yourself.
You're not beyond repair. Yeah.
All right, we absolutely have a game right now. It's 7-6.
Crazy.
You wait just a...
I love my Deccan-san. I had, as long as I get that point, I'm honestly fine with the outcome.
All right, it is a tie officially.
How about
7-7. I feel like that clip didn't really help me because the whole time I was just thinking about the fact that this was like something pretty recent that we filmed, and my memory this year has just been...
Well, this game and this video is designed to prove a point.
Exactly.
In no world is there an expectation for you to categorize and catalog when my depression is happening and when it isn't.
You don't understand how competitive I am. I'm going to say that in that production, Ryan McCartan was not depressed.
I was depressed in that video. Oh, man. Yeah, see, it's tricky. It's tricky.
What I keep hating is like every time my gut instinct says you're depressed, I'm like, I'm going to say not depressed, and vice versa.
This one comes from what I believe is the most successful video we've ever released.
With Hannah
is
Bales?
Sam and Ryan react to Vocal Coach reacts to Ryan McCartan.
Do
Let's take a look.
Retrospectively, I'm just sort of like, what were you doing, Ryan? I sang in a choir in the morning from 7 to 8. Then I did school. I also sang in choir at school. So that was from 12 to 1. Then I would do rehearsal for the high school show, and then I would go do a show at the Guthrie that night. So like I was using my voice in a very sort of like serious way.
I'm looking at you
for
so
like
concerned.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 hours every single day without any rest. And so my voice got really tired. No soup. But one of the best voice teachers that I ever worked with gave me that same idea of vowel replacement.
That video was a fun time. Or just like the fact that that video did so well is fun for us. Depressed.
Final answer. I don't know. You took too long. So
Depressed.
Oh yeah. Okay, we're locking you in. Depressed. Samantha Feckety, you are wrong.
Duh!
Not depressed there.
It's interesting because the reason I feel like I'm getting so self-conscious about it is because I'm trying to think about if I'm incorrectly perceiving things that the audience is also occasionally perceiving as signs of depression, like when you're just a little bit more straightforward and intellectual, like why do I categorize that as like, oh, he's, you know, being a little bit more serious here. So like, does that mean depressed? Like, that's not what, like, why is that what my brain is identifying? Probably because I'm playing a game where
Right,
I'm
no,
just
of
looking
course.
for anything I'm looking for. But it's interesting because I'm trying to think about like from the audience's perspective.
Right.
Like are those kind of the signals that people inadvertently see and think, oh man, like Ryan's kind of depressed here.
Well, your score is 1 out of 5, so pretty irredeemable no matter what happens. But here's our last video.
Ooh, come on, big
Disney
money, big
fan
money.
versus a Disney actor.
Jeez,
Let's
how long
take a
ago
look.
was this? Like 2 years ago?
Something like that.
My favorite thing about Disney is that they keep hiring me.
Yeah.
I mean, in all seriousness, since I was 19 years old, the reason that I've been able to keep my lights on in one iteration or another has been because of the Walt Disney Company.
Yeah.
Getting to do the incredible work and make the incredible magic that makes
Yeah.
so many people happy. And that's actually maybe another thing is the fan experience.
Yeah.
Both from people who have watched me on Liv and Maddie all the way to people who have watched me, you know, as Hans in Frozen. Like, Disney fans turn out. They love it. They want to know everything. They want to ask questions. They're curious. They're inquisitive. I mean, nothing feels better than being a Disney actor sometimes.
Depressed.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I was depressed there.
Yay!
Yeah, good job. So, Samantha, you are, at this point in my life, the person on this planet who knows me better than anyone. You were not only present, but incredibly active in every single instance that we just watched. And your score was 2 out of 6. What do you think the lesson is for our viewers?
I think the moral of the story is that mental health does not have one set image. Mental health is invisible. So it's best to not place projections or assumptions upon any other individuals. Even if you're not doing it intentionally, think before you speak. Think before you comment. Don't make assumptions. Did I save it? Am I still a good person?
Oh, whether or not you were a good person was never in
know,
question.
I
It was whether or not you were a good girlfriend. No, I'm kidding. No, I mean, I think that was so eloquently put, and that's absolutely a point that I wanted to drive home. There are 2 additional ones. Just to speak like candidly and a little bit vulnerably, like I am very aware of how sometimes I come across. I think that a lot of the times when I've looked through our content and seen me be detached, it is usually a time where I am depressed. And I think the most important thing that I want to talk about in this particular context is that doesn't matter. What matters is no matter what we're feeling, no matter what we're going through, we made a choice to sit in these chairs and make this content. We made a choice to show up regardless of whatever might be personally happening in our hearts, minds, or souls. We don't put on faces. We don't put on characters. We come as we are, and we let the video speak for itself, because I think we both inherently trust that who we are is enough no matter who we are that day.
Absolutely.
And if someone is watching who needed to hear that message and can apply that to their own life, I would feel incredibly successful. So, you know, a funny little concept. We got to watch Sam lose,
Yep.
and you learned something along the way. Bonus content. Am I depressed right now?
Yes.
Today I kind of felt something flaring up, but I
don't know. I just kind of
don't-
got depressed energy from you.
Yeah,
On
I don't know if I like fully am, but I kind of feel like, oh man, it's gonna happen soon.
Well,
like,
yeah, because I feel like
this
you
is
woke up yesterday. Was
Yeah.
it yesterday or the day before? I feel like you kind of communicated. You're just kind of feeling something, and you
Yeah.
kind of. I think a big signal to me is when you express that you woke up and you expected to feel a different way than you are feeling.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of the initial signal of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, it comes when it comes. There's usually like sort of an on ramp. I do kind of feel like I'm on that on ramp, so I'll give you that point. You succeeded in the bonus point.
Ah,
The
so
bonus
glad.
point is worth 10 points.
Oh, look at that!
So you got
We get to
12
stay
out of
together.
6. Good job, babe. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, be sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one, Daddy.
Bye.
Love you.